You had 500 people involved in the film and so many local businesses. I went to Renato's pastry shop in the film. I got my rainbow cookies. I had a few. My family and I enjoyed, but we have plenty left over for after the Zoom. But yeah, tell us a little bit about so many community partners and local businesses. Tell us a little bit about how you got everybody involved.
Well, it was really important to us that this be a community project. It's an independent film, and I think independent films are most successful when they can reach out to the community that they're filming in. Obviously, the movie takes place on the island as well as being shot on the island. So it was really an integrated effort from the beginning. And we had so many great partners like the St. George Theater, which is the largest independent, used to be a movie house and now is a sort of Broadway style theater on the North Shore of the island. They were our first community partner, and they hosted a big staged reading for us of the screenplay when we first started. And along the way, 50 other community organizations joined, and some said, here's a set, and some said, here's some food. And we created a pathway for them to formally invest in the movie that way. So now I'm 43, and I've been spending a lot of time in my life asking people for $5 and $10 for this organization and that organization. So when I got to make the movie, I didn't want to really do that. So I said, okay, great. If you can, give us food for a day, that will be your formal investment in the movie. So, when the time comes that the movie makes back its money and makes profit, they'll share in that. And I think that was really important to me to make sure that that was lined up that way so that people knew that we weren't just like, knock, knock, can we have free stuff? It's really important. And, from that, Italian Americans are so loving and social. It became, like, hey, my brother's so-and-so, and my brother wants to be in this, and my grandmother wants to come to the bocce day. And then, suddenly when we needed 200 background players, or, that was an easy lift for us. So actually, it's funny, Andrew can probably tell this story about when we were scouting for that house.
Oh, sure. So Julio had very specific desires when it came to certain locations. So he's like, we need to be on a cul-de-sac or a dead-end street. It needs to be a one-story ranch house. It has to have a front yard. There was all these things, and immediately one block in Staten Island popped out in my head. So we went over to that street, and we drove down the block, and he's like, oh, this is perfect. And there happened to be a guy out in his front lawn, and we're looking at his house, and he's like, hey, can I help you? So he was like, what are you looking at my house for? Like, are you guys a bunch of thieves? And of course it's Staten Island, right? So we're all like, no, it's okay. We're going to be, we're making a movie and blah, blah, blah. He's like, really? Come in the house. So he invites the whole bunch of us out of our car into his house. We're having coffee. We're talking. We all know each other, tangentially through people and friends and whatever. It turns out that their son was a graduating senior at St. John's, and he was in the film program. He wanted to be a PA. So we got the location. The kid ends up becoming one of our most beloved PAs on the film. And we formed this friendship with this family, and their house is forever. Well, we burned it down, but it's forever, in the film now. And it was just such an interesting hometown experience to get engaged with them. It was just so much fun, and it had so much heart in it. And it started off in that typical, well, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? What do you want? What do you need?
Oh, that's so funny. I love that. I have to ask, because I read an article that Julia wrote. There was one PA who just kept giving you Sour Patch Kids every single day. Is that the PA?
You did your homework, Taylor.
Yeah, I did.
I love it. I was 25 to 30 pounds heavier than this during production because we ate amazing Italian food every single day on set.
Every day.
And on top of that, there was a PA who, I didn't ask for it. He just kept showing up every day at 4 o'clock with a large cup of Sour Patch Kids. And I just sort of got addicted to the candy, and that was kind of my rhythm. And then, one day I was 30 pounds heavier. But.
Yeah, I was too. And my drug of choice was Tootsie Pops. So I have one left. I saved one from Team Marco. It's a red one. And of course, it's a red one.
Wow. Young people now have too much happening in front of them. It's not about thinking. Bocce is like life. You have to feel it. Who are these kids?
This is my bocce team.
Let's bury them.